So you finally made the decision to go no contact and have no clue what to expect. The narcissist in your life acted like they didn't want to be bothered with you while you were together, so as far as you're concerned, this should be easy. We would all hope that our relationships would work out and last forever. But if they do eventually come to a close, we could only hope that they would come to an end mutually. Unfortunately, with the narcissist, you never know what to expect. If you're wondering what to expect from the narcissist now that you've gone no contact, welcome to my channel, The Narcissist Revealed, where we discuss narcissism and how it affects our relationships. Understanding and interpreting their tendencies can help you avoid the pitfalls of dealing with these types of relationships. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button for more videos like this. Also, check out the description box for my latest recommendations and training on getting over a relationship with a narcissist. And now, let's get straight to the video. So, when ending a normal relationship, two mature adults typically go their separate ways, mutually respecting one another's boundaries. Unfortunately, in a relationship with a narcissist, they don't always tend to go away easily. Because of this, going no contact is one tool we use with the narcissist to distance ourselves from the relationship and heal from the emotional trauma of it all. We do this by stopping all forms of communication and severing all ties so the narcissist can no longer interact with us in any way. It may sound harsh, but without the no contact rule, not only does it make it very difficult to end the relationship with a narcissist, but failing to go no contact can potentially keep you trapped in the relationship for years. The narcissist uses many tactics to get you back, but understand that none of them will involve loving you. Their attempts to get you back is to satisfy a need or benefit they were getting from being in a relationship with you, even if it's simply the attention you provided them. Their connection to you is more about control than anything else, and because of this, they won't always make it easy for you to cut them off. In fact, when going no contact with a narcissist, expect the unexpected. First, it's not uncommon for a narcissist to run a smear campaign. A smear campaign is a carefully planned strategy meant to humiliate you and damage your reputation. This happens when the narcissist spreads rumors portraying you in a negative light. They may say you're crazy, unstable, broke, a cheater, lazy, a thief, a gold digger, basically anything that shows the world what a terrible person you were and what a terrible person they had to put up with. They do this to shift the blame for how and why the relationship ended and to regain some of the control you took away from them when you ended the relationship. Going no contact with a narcissist will cause them to panic, especially if you were their primary source of supply and they don't have anyone immediately available to take your place. But trust me, they usually have several potential replacements they're grooming on the sidelines. But that won't stop them from still wanting to get the attention that you once provided. Narcissists are addicted to receiving admiration and attention because it boosts their weak sense of self and their lack of self-esteem. Being without it is like an addict without their drug of choice. The narcissist needs supply in order to function. If the narcissist loses you suddenly, who will be there to listen to their stories, admire them, stroke their ego, and make them feel special? Not having a supply available to constantly fill up the emptiness they feel inside will definitely make them desperate to fill the void you left behind when you went no contact. Which leads to the next obvious action a narcissist may take if you go no contact. They will frantically search for a replacement supply. If they didn't have a new supply already lined up to take your place, then they'll resurrect an old flame or recklessly reach out to a short-term, temporary supply until they can secure someone who more aligns with their needs, someone who can give them as much attention, admiration, and love as you once did. Something else the narcissist may do if you go no contact is be in utter disbelief that you're gone for good. They'll think that you'll come back like you always do. They believe that they can always sweet talk you into changing your mind, especially if you've taken them back in the past. So they'll do the same things they normally do to win you back. When this doesn't work, then they may step away briefly and give you just a little more time to come to your senses. In their minds, they'll think, why wouldn't you want to be with them? Because they never take responsibility for their actions, they'll think that they couldn't have possibly done anything so wrong that you're gone for good. And if they did, it was really your fault. Besides, you belong to them. Who do you think you are leaving? That's their job. If you go no contact with the narcissist and their usual tricks to win you back don't work, they may try to be really nice to you by sending flowers to your job, sending money to your Cash App, buying you a thoughtful gift, or following through on something you've asked them to do in the past. They do this to try and elicit those same feelings you once had during the love bomb. This also falls in line with the law of reciprocity, in which we feel obligated to pay back what we receive from others. The narcissist may not know the psychology behind it, but they do know that if they give you something, you may be more inclined to accept a call from them, to at least say thank you for the kind gesture. Once you do this, they are hoping that they can win you over once again. If the narcissist can't get you to respond after being really nice, well then on the flip side of that, they may be really mean, sending you random messages from random numbers saying something outrageous about you, causing you to want to reach out to them to defend yourself. The goal in this interaction is to get you to react. Good attention or bad attention, it doesn't matter to them, but knowing that they can still make you react is all the fuel they'll need to know they still have some level of control over you. Another tactic the narcissist may use if you go no contact is to contact you with gossip about some random person. They may say something like, I know you're not talking to me, but I wanted to tell you what happened to Jim. They don't really care what happened to Jim, and you probably barely even know Jim, but they'll use this as a segue into conversation, using your compassion for people against you to get you to open up. Once you respond, they'll likely never mention Jim again because the real goal was to make you break no contact, not their concern for Jim. It's not uncommon for a narcissist to show up at your house, your place of work, or a place they know you frequent, if they can't get you on the phone, text, or on social media. If you ever feel unsafe, call the police and file a restraining order immediately. Unfortunately, some narcissists can resort to violence, and if you feel like you may be in danger, definitely reach out to the authorities. In other cases, though, they may just feel like it's easier to get you to communicate with them face to face. It's harder to not respond to someone when you're in their presence. If they can get you to talk to them for just a second, they may be able to guilt trip you into taking them back or at least get you to hear them out. If you go no contact with a narcissist, they may become angry that they didn't have the opportunity to break it off with you first. Because narcissists fixate on revenge, they may hoover you until you take them back, only to dump you, then go no contact with you. Because in their mind, how dare you go no contact with them before they had a chance to properly take you through the idolization, devalue, and discard stage. They do this to gain control and make them feel like they now have the upper hand. In some cases, the narcissist may not contact you after you go no contact. Instead, they may simply move on to the supply they've been grooming in the background, especially if they were about to discard you anyway. However, even though they're not contacting you, it will likely not prevent them from checking all your social media accounts to keep tabs on you while they're entertaining their new supply. Even narcissists that don't appear to be very active on social media are likely checking on you to see what you're up to, hoping that your life has been miserable since you left them. The worst thing a narcissist can see is you thriving after the relationship is over. The narcissist may also not contact you after you've gone no contact if they sustained a severe narcissistic injury. In these instances, they may disappear for good. They disappear because of the shame you made them feel. If you expose their real self in some way, the shame may be too great for the narcissist to handle. Shame is a major reason narcissists struggle to maintain relationships. And if you've pierced their fragile sense of self in some way, it may be too triggering to ever contact you again. In both instances, if the narcissist doesn't contact you after you've gone no contact, consider yourself lucky. In case you didn't notice the theme here, narcissists will do a whole lot, but none of it will be tied to missing or loving you as a person. Sure, they miss the attention they got from you, the material things you supplied. They may miss the way you make them feel about themselves, but they never really miss you as a person. All their reactions are tied to getting you back under their control to fulfill their needs. A narcissist can manipulate you into believing they'll change, but this change will only be short-lived and likely only last long enough to rope you back in. They'll eventually take you back through the same behaviors that made you go no contact in the first place. Now that you understand some of the tactics the narcissist may use when you go no contact, continue to move forward and continue to educate yourself about narcissism. This will not only help you heal, but it will help you see the warning signs in other relationships moving forward. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe and check out some of the other videos above related to this topic. And now to the next video.